Hey, it's Auntie Fee about them facts. How you doing this Saturday morning? So listen, I was trying to pick out uh, which one of Kevin Samuels' uploads was the most intriguing to me. And I found this one, you know, and it just kind of blew my mind, but it's so telling. It's so absolutely telling of how the mind works, especially with, and I hate to call her simple minded, but I'm going to be honest, I'm not a Samuel hater. Now, I think some of his delivery is quite sharp and alarming, and but that's from his perspective. I get it. And on his level of manhood, I get it. I respect it. That's how he thinks. And you guys are coming to him for his expert opinion. And to be honest, most of what he says is true. And what's quite telling to me about females is that I don't want to say we, but I'm just gonna put myself in this category because I've already came to the conclusion that it's just a female thing. So, but I don't know why females think that they can think like a man. You can't. You just absolutely cannot. And I find women telling men, now, well, a man won't, well, a man will, and he chooses, and and the man is telling you, no, that's not the first thing, and you break him down. But he called this the most dangerous conversation ever, and I can somewhat agree. Let's go.
Are very busy. They have busy schedules. Some educated women have very busy schedules, so they really don't have time to date.
Some. Talk to me about, excuse me, man. I
She
don't
won't
want to talk
listen.
about, see what you do is when you start losing the argument, you start to deflect to the minority. Talk to me about the majority. 50% murder rate drops as black women go up in education and up in income, which is an up in status. Why does marriage drop? Don't tell me about the ones that are some that are too busy. If men pick women based on status, why are these
That's what she
higher
said.
status women
Men pick
more
based on
unmarried?
status. He's saying no.
I believe that they get to the point where it's like I've been single, I've been alone by myself,
She can't
or
answer questions.
while they're
This is
getting their
what.
education, they're dating, but it's just not a connection. So
Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Man, you just contradicted your own point and you won't stop. You said men pick women on status, and I'm saying why are the women that have more status less married? You
She.
said men pick women based on status. You.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to explain why the women who have higher status are less married.
And then now she gives
they
excuses.
choose not to be. They choose not to be after.
This is your enemy, gentlemen.
Order 66.
Conversation ranks right up there with that smile conversation. I had black women that want to smile at black men. This is one of the saddest conversations I've had with a black woman in my life.
Because you
And
want
the
to listen.
fact that nothing I'm saying, none of the data, none of it is.
Okay, so the reason why I like this video, his upload, and it is so very true. With people, now this part is about people, period. We will take how we feel over facts. The truth could be right here in our face. We can see it and be almost about to touch it. Ooh, it's right there. Just grab it. And then we're back up. Why do we do that? Why do we value feelings over the facts? As if how we feel is going to erase the facts. Why do we do that? I see it every day in the YouTube streets. And then it moves over into our real life. We run away from facts like it's a plague. This girl is going to say, I can know it's the truth, but my gut, if I know in my gut, I feel strong in my gut, she's going to look over the truth. I be God. And then on top of that, she raising a kid to think just like her. And we wonder why our prison system is overpopulated with African American people. Let's just be honest. That's facts. The fact is, we think we can make the rules and break them. Because that's how we feel. I feel like that he should have but what's the law? What?
No, none of the data, none of it is moving you off of your erroneous, false, demonstrably erroneous percentage. And the fact that nothing I'm saying, no, none of the data, none of it is moving you off of your erroneous, false, demonstrably erroneous percentage. You're just doubling and tripling down. You haven't opened your mind and say, well, maybe, well, that doesn't really make sense. Or maybe that's what I thought or felt, but, let me go back and you double and triple down.
And she's a social worker. So she passes on her opinion.
Do you have a son or a daughter?
I have a son.
Holy shit. Okay, and I mean no disrespect, I really don't. I really don't. But are you trolling me?
Are you a troll?
Are you trolling me?
I'm not.
Well, even if we were talking as just two educated people, man, do your feelings trump facts?
No.
So if you feel something is one way or another, and facts are presented to show you the opposite, do you change your mind?
Sometimes I have to, yeah.
Sometimes. Okay.
She have to.
Why would you not change your mind?
Watch this.
If I have this just gut feeling, if I just had a strong feeling, I won't waver off of it.
So if facts,
this part right here. Oh my God.
You can be proven factually that something is correct, true, right. You're saying that as an educated woman, that there are times where you'll sit back and just ignore the facts based upon a strong gut feeling.
Yeah, if y'all know me, y'all know that this just It blew my mind. It just blew my mind. See, this is when you think you smart. And it shows just how real dumb you really are. Because that is crazy. But the reality of it is, there's a lot of people like that. Their feelings trump facts. That's why I delete some of them comments and the people. I just go ahead and block them. Because listen, if you can see but the facts right here, and then you say something is cap, what? See, I can't waste my time. See, I'd be like this. You know, and I'm gonna be honest, women have that bad. And they will argue you down based on their feelings, but not on facts. And if you let them, heck, they'll try to change the facts on you. If you let them. But that ain't reality, baby. So, to be honest, a lot of what he be saying or was saying was true. And it is. A lot of this stuff is the reason why women are single and have to settle with a man with 3 or 4 women and a wife. But to some people, that's okay.
Do your feelings trump facts?
She lying.
No.
You lie.
So
If I have this just gut feeling, if I just had this strong feeling, I won't waver off of it.
So if facts impartial, you can be proven factually that something is correct, true, right. You're saying that as an educated woman, that there are times where you'll sit back and just ignore the facts based upon a strong gut feeling.
Yes.
Is that how you're going to raise your son?
Off my morals, yes.
That's not morals.
See, now she manipulating.
Are you going to raise your son to look at facts that he can verify and prove, scientific method or whatever, and then say, I'm going to go off my strong gut feeling? Is that how you're going to raise your son?
Yes.
We have another young black statistic, y'all. And I'm serious. People think I hate black women, and I do this to show you
how you think
in our community.
Absolutely.
You really believe this is right. Young black men in jail because they go off of their feelings based upon their facts. And then you sit around and turn around to the same group of women talking about black men can't produce.
Mm-hmm.
They don't make enough money to provide. But you, man, are the kind of woman that raises a boy to go off of his feelings. A strong gut.
Oh my God.
How do you think that's going to set your son up to compete with men of other races?
Watch this.
I don't know. I haven't thought about that.
Ah! Oh my goodness. See, this is what I'm talking about. She ain't thought that through. I don't know. I don't know. Your feelings didn't tell you? This is what I'm talking about. What's your end game? With your gut? You don't have one. So you setting your child up to fail. To not obey rules. To not base life off of facts, but fiction. Because sometimes your gut is a lie. Yeah, it blows my mind. She ain't thought past that. So she didn't have an end game. I know y'all heard me say that. Well, what's the end game? Have an end game, baby. How you go? How you gonna get out of that? Yeah, she don't have one for her son, cause she's still touched in the head. She's simple-minded and single.
Sit around and turn around to the same group of women talking about black men can't produce. They don't make enough money to provide. But you, man, are the kind of woman that raises a boy to go off of his feelings. A strong gut. How do you think that's going to set your son up to compete with men of other races?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that.
How does your son?
12.
When the fuck do you think you should start thinking about it? I'm not being funny, man. I'm trying to talk to you seriously. You're raising a 12-year-old black boy. And you're telling everybody in here that I'll raise him to believe in his gut over
Facts.
things he can see is true.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to protect him if his senses and his logic doesn't? What's supposed to protect him?
It's a cruel world out there.
Morals, values.
Girl. So you don't even know when that applies.
Feelings are not morals. You keep calling things morals. These are feelings.
They're not morals.
You're not supposed to emotionally respond. You're supposed to intellectually react. And you guys wonder why we have so many emotional young black men, because this is their mother.
Absolutely.
And they make it sound like a virtue. Morals. This isn't morals. It's illogical, feelings-based thinking.
That's based on no facts.
Having emotions. What's wrong with acting?
When it is opposite to observable, verifiable
facts.
Facts. When 2 + 2 is 4, and you still say, I believe it's 3, because that's my words.
That's how I feel.
I'm it's 4. And you still say, I believe it's 3, because that's my morals.
Sound dumb, I know.
I'm serious. What? Do you not understand that?
I get that.
So what's the question?
It's no question, Mr. Sanders. I was just listening.
No. I'm asking what's the question, because you're saying what's wrong with having morals. Man, morals is right or wrong. Facts are prove or disprove. 2 + 2 is 4. What is the right or wrong in that equation?
I'm going to be honest. It's a lot of people who have her syndrome. You sit back and watch and just hush and pay attention to how people move, how they deflect, how they will never take ownership, how they will just hold on to a lie, knowing good and dang well it's a lie, and repeat it, knowing good and dang well it ain't true, because that's how they feel. Your feelings are not legitimate until how you feel is proven to be facts. Because if it hadn't been proven to be facts, it's just a feeling. And you just hold on to that until it becomes a fact. But you can't make it a reality until it's proven. But I see it every day. Every day. And it's sad. So I can't be mad at Mr. Samuels. Now, ask them folk they dress size and all that type of stuff. If the woman sit up there and tell them, that's shame on them. Don't be mad at him. Don't be mad at him for telling the truth, even when the truth ain't what we want to hear. You can't be mad at him for that. Change your way of thinking. And if don't go after that type of man who have them type of standards. But don't tell a man what they look for and what's their priority. And don't tell a man how a man think. Because God ain't never gave us that ability. One is from Mars and one is from Venus. We from two different planets.
3, you said 3. No, it's 4. That's the right. It's 4.
Yeah, but if your gut told you that's not all the picture, man, you've said it several times that you can look at something and think or believe something, and then you can be given facts, data, statistics, things that you can verify and prove yourself by whatever method, scientific method, an abacus, whatever, and you can come up with the same conclusion that this is right, this is accurate. And you said there are times where I'll dismiss it. And I say, what? If I feel strongly.
Through life experience.
I'm going to be honest, man. I'm going to say something that's going to sound rude. I'm not trying to be rude. But this is that down, south, old, slave, Negro, just, man, this isn't about life experiences. This is about facts. If you can, and here's the thing. You understand that you're raising a boy to think like you.
Ooh-wee.
Benefits and the same benefit of the doubt. It's just 10%. You disagreed, and it turned out they're in the top 9%. And they even given facts that you can go look up on blackdemographics.com that's been collated and sorted by everything else. She still said men choose women of a higher status. And I said, well, then why do black women who report to be the most educated and report as they go up in education and income, the marital percentages go down? That flies in face of your theory. And she still said, I'm right. You realize at no point have you changed anything you said in the face of better data.
So her feelings do trump facts.
How do we get anywhere with women like you if you're not willing to change your mind in the evidence of when you sit down and have a conversation and the man presents better data and women like yourself refuse to change your mind? How do we get anywhere?
I don't know.
She don't have an answer.
I'm gonna stand on that. That's what I believe.
Okay. Are you okay? Okay. So if your son was dealing with a woman,
Watch this.
and he was right, based upon everything that's observable, verifiable, facts, figures, data, statistics, and she believed like you, she's just gonna stand on what she believes. What would you tell him to do with her? Would you tell him to stay with her, continue to work with her? What would you tell him to do?
I would tell him to, if he feels like he want to stay, then continue to work with her. But if he can't, he feel like he couldn't get through to her and she wasn't.
Well, no, man. There's no getting through. You've already tried, and she says, "I'm going to stand her like you're doing." If she was taking your stance, what would you tell your son to do with her?
If he didn't want to be with her anymore, I would tell you.
No, it has nothing to do with wanting to be with her.
See how she can't. She can't even say. She can't even tell the truth on herself.
Choices have to be made. See, she's trying to deflect because she doesn't want to say the truth. If she's
Absolutely.
You're at an impasse. He's over here. She's over there. A decision has to be made. She's not going to be budged. She's not going to budge. She's not cooperating. She's not agreeing.
Because she doesn't agree.
She doesn't agree, and she doesn't agree.
She won't listen to logic.
Upon her feelings, she doesn't agree. She doesn't agree based upon any.
She is refusing facts.
It's solely based upon her stringent belief. What
Nope.
are you going to tell your son to do? with a woman
You're
like
gonna
that.
tell him to
Because
bounce.
if he's supposed, his wife, his the woman he's with, what are you gonna tell her to do with?
Yeah, you don't want to hear it.
That's his wife. What?
Are you going his girlfriend before it becomes his wife? See, what do you tell your son to do with a woman that will not follow his lead, will not change her mind based upon anything that's
Factual.
verifiable and provable? If it's only she makes decisions based
On how she
primarily
feels.
on her feelings, what do you tell your son to do?
To
Do
leave.
you tell him to stay, or do you tell him to leave her?
Stay. Why? Just because of
This is where that Maury Povich shit where boys.
See, she lying. See,
Maury recognize.
I call this denial of truth. She just lied. She lied. She gonna tell her son, oh, she gotta go. Oh, what? Do I need to tell her for you? Oh, no, boo. Don't bring her. That's what you gonna tell him. You gonna tell him, oh, no. And you showed her, and you told her, and she can't believe, oh, no, that ain't the woman for you. And this is why a lot of women don't get chosen. This is why a lot of fine, I know I'm a dime. And then he winds up marrying a 7. Folk who hold on to their feelings over facts. People who react off their feelings without obtaining the facts. Yeah. I ain't mad at you, sir. R.I.P. And while you over here chewing on your lips and stuff, your baby daddy done went on because your mindset is ugged up. Trust me.
Change her mind based upon anything that's verifiable and provable. If it's only she makes decisions based primarily on her feelings, what do you tell your son to do? Do you tell him to stay, or do you tell him to leave her?
Stay. Why? Just because of
This is where that Maury Povich shit where boys are going and Maury recognizes if you're gonna stay in that child's life, you've been there for the first 2 years, and we're gonna raise it. This is the pathology. Thank you, man. Have a good evening. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Jesus H. fucking Christ has been one of the most watershed moments in anything I've ever done. That is it, people. That mother said she would tell her son to stay in that shit. And you guys think we make this up? Insults, guilt, and the need to be right, man.
They're dating, but it's not. It's just not a connection.
Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right, man.
Okay, so in Mr. Samuel's absence, since right now we don't have anybody who is going to tell it like it is and keep it real honest, on a professional level, an intellectual level, then we the people will have to do better on our own. And women, stop thinking that you can answer for a man and think like a man just because you chose to raise a son without his father for whatever reason. We got to stop making excuses and stop justifying reacting off of a gut without facts. So somebody gonna say, but my gut always be right. Then I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the ones who react without facts. And not just because you say it's right, it has to be proven right. Because until then, you should just wait. Okay? We gotta grow up, people. We gotta grow up. And women has to absolutely stop trying to think like a man. And if we want to know how a man think, we ask them and allow them to answer without interruption or debate. Because how can you debate on how a man feel if you're not a man? That's a problem. Okay? So, again, rest in peace, Mr. Samuels. I hope you have planted enough seeds for us all to grow effectively. Peace.